Alright guys, welcome back. I hope you like the war fights because we got 15 fights in 20 minutes. Let's try and break this one down. Path 1, Apoc, Cable, and Wiccan, the junior account Hulkling, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and Omega Sentinel making a war Season 41 appearance. I don't know if there's been very many of those. So we start with our usual power back boost, advanced power boost against the reinvigorated like unstoppable, reinvigorated like Fury Mojo here, which means we just go to 2 bars of power, drop a big old special 2 followed by a special 1, boom, down goes Mojo. Next up we got Titania, a node 13. This is masochism. Only thing here I need to worry about is the haymaker at the beginning. Just got to be careful with it when she throws that medium. You can get that initial, like, I can get those parries there, but you got to be careful. As soon as she dashes in, there you go. There goes the haymaker. Just got to make sure she goes unblockable, unstoppable, and invulnerable. And again, we go right back to the special 2. Nice big special there. Go right back into a special 1 after 3. She throws her special, and we can knock this one down pretty easily. Next up is going to be, after this, Mephisto that we've done the last couple wars. We've done Mephisto on masochism and did not have a problem, but this is the first of multiple times this war where I think I'm blocking or parrying and nothing happens. Again, it could absolutely be me, but right off the bat there, that initial parry that I tried didn't work. Got the parry. And again, maybe you slow it down, you'll say, hey, that's exactly, you mistimed it. But right there, I thought I was blocking, and I get hit. And so it ruined my whole timing, because I'm pushing him to too much power here. Now I got to wait, see if he'll actually throw this one. And by waiting, it doesn't give me a good opening to refresh my debuffs. I should have probably refreshed first before I threw that special 1. But that's okay. But now and of course he had procced like 2 auras right away, which means his power gain was pretty high. Here you can see I'm trying to block, trying to dash back, getting hit. I'm forced to throw a few hits in there just for spacing. Thank goodness he finally decided to throw the special 2, because I'm going to have some opponents later that decide not to throw specials, and that is going to be infuriating. Okay, no pun intended when it gets there. All right, next up, Path 3 in Section 1. Easy fight with Hulkling against Nimrod. Again, what I've normally done for this one is where you get special locked, but not power locked. So I can gain power, but I won't be able to throw specials. But the special lock is also from Nimrod's ability as well. You can see a nice little lag there on that one. I did speed up the fights a little bit so I can fit all 15 fights in. As you know, I do 2 accounts in the same battle group. They're both mine for a long time. That's why you get so much war action on my videos. So what I can do is I'm trying to back up here, but I keep getting blocked. I'm just trying to dash back, and there I finally get a nice hit into the block, into special 2, and that's what I can do without triggering the special lock, is by doing the special into the block. I have to evade a special 2 here, no problem. We are shock immune just in case. There, and again, I'm just trying to get some spacing as well. Here, I was just trying to dash back. I was trying to get him to turtle up so I could hit into his block, and I kept parrying him every single time. So it was just, when I wanted to parry, I wasn't getting it. When I didn't want to parry, I was parrying. It was just backwards day for me. It wasn't working the way I would have liked it. But that's fine. Nimrod on node 6 is going to go down. Nice clean evade on that unblockable special 1. And goodbye. Next up is a... next I freed myself up, so I immediately went into save boosts. I went Apocalypse against this Nick Fury on 23. We did this one just like the last war, and this one is not going to go as smooth as I would have liked. The beginning, great. Get a little intercept in here, and I was rushing, so I don't know if I put the nodes up there, but this is the one where you get rooted if you don't get a hit in 4 seconds. So you can see here, I tried to get a hit in after that heavy, and because I know now I'm stuck and I get rooted. I get the parry, I special one to get out of the root. Okay, so we're maintaining it. There's also bubble shield, plus he's a global defender, so I want to make sure I hit into his block and remove all that power. And for this first section, you can see this is the rotation I want. I want to push him to a special 2, and then I want to punish that special 2 and keep doing that as much as I can, because I need to be able to make sure I can get my openings, I can get hits in. So another special 2, he's willing to throw it, perfect. I can go in, get a few hits, and I want to make sure I don't get rooted as much as possible. I do have an invulnerability boost on just in case, because there are so many moving pieces to this fight with the root and the bubble shield, which I'm trying to maintain as well. But there I get hit with a special one, not when I want to, gets me rooted. I get hit, so now at least I'm going to become like Disorient and bleed immune. But at the same time here, I need to get some hits in. So I use my block break stun to get an opening. I'm still in a decent position here as we push him to his second life. But again, if he doesn't throw a heavy, or I get rooted for a second time, and now I get hit again with the unblockable. So the problem is, if he doesn't want to throw the special, or he doesn't throw the heavy, I need an opening quick. If he doesn't want to throw it, like I'm sitting here waiting for him to throw it, and he's not going to do it, just doesn't want to throw it, waits until I'm rooted, so I can't counter. And I'm able to back off there, but this is the frustrating part. I get to the very, very end. I get off a special 1. I'm feeling like I'm in a great spot here. He's going to melt down. All I need to do is get an opening here, and I attack in, and I should have gone for more hits. I should have gone for more. All I needed was 1 more, but I pushed him to the special 2, and I get rooted right before I dash in, and now I evade. I try to get out of here. I had room for maybe 1 more hit, but I froze. Thought I could hit into his block to take him out, but no, I get rooted again. He gets the unblockable, and I'm toast. I had opportunities there, and I blew it. So it's definitely my fault, but there were when you're doing it in the moment, it is extremely infuriating there against Fury. So now we go back into section 1, path node 15. We've got a Man-Thing here. And I decided to go with Omega Sentinel because she's Nullify immune. And so I know that even though I'm going to have some buffs that drop off, like from him, I just wanted to prevent potentially some Mystic Dispersion from him getting too much power. I could have gone with Clairvoyant and stayed in the poison mode, but I don't think I'd also be less damage there, because he's... so I didn't think it was, as advantageous. So I went with... Omega Sentinel here, and she worked great for this fight, no problem. But I could use a good Deathless War. That's what I could use. I could use a good Deathless War, and that's not the end of our worries. We got lots of great fights, but for all the good ones, it's the mistakes that you think about the most. But we do get a really nice revenge fight in this one at the very end. So stick around for that, or skip ahead to the end. There's a great revenge one that we previously screwed up, but we had an alternative plan that we should have used the first time, and this time we go with that alternative plan, and it works out really, really nicely. So Omega Sentinel was brought in specifically for Apocalypse on node 24. This one has Buffet, and which I don't have to worry about because it's Omega Sentinel. She's immune to Nullify. And Vigorous Assault is when he has a regen, he is going to be unblockable. So because there's no Buffet and Apoc has no regen in his kit, then I can just keep playing this one with Omega Sentinel, just play pretty normal. The only thing I have to worry about is every time he throws a special, you're going to see I try to back off. I did have an invulnerability boost on just in case, and that kind of paid off a little bit, but he is a global defender. So he does have those flourish charges, so you're going to see me back off, try and hit into his block, but to remove them. Also, I have been getting, over the last number of, I guess, years even, much better at evading his special 2 fully, but I just did not want to risk it in war. So you're going to see me just block these 3, then dash back for the kicks, and then attack back in. And then again, if he's going to go ahead and throw, I'm much better now even. I didn't do it on that one, but if he throws a special one, I've been much better at not fully evading, but at least evading the end of the special one and then attacking in. So here again, 1, 2, evade, and then attack back in. Very nice. Clean fight from Omega Sentinel. Didn't really lose much on there, and this is exactly what I needed her for. Next up, we're going to go Path 3 in Section 2 against Super Skrull. We did this one last time with Clairvoyant. We are going to do it with Claire again. I actually did finally take Claire on this account, on the second account, up to rank 3. I've been using her so often, it just seemed like a good thing to have her at rank 3 on both accounts. So the only thing against Super Skrull, of course, is to watch out for his falter. And on this node, no light ending combos to switch stances. Got to stay in the bleed mode the entire time because there is Thorns. Even though once I put the buff immunity on him, he cannot gain the armor up. I do not want to accidentally find a spot where it disappears and he gains an armor up and I'm in the wrong phase and then I bleed out. So I'm just trying to avoid that as much as possible. So here we're going to go in. Special 2, even though he's bleed immune, still doing nice damage, topping up my own healing. Goodbye, Super Skrull. Next up is an Omega Sentinel on node 42. So again, this one's like static defense, enhanced shock. We're going to go with Hulkling. So he's going, and there's going to be reduced ability accuracy hitting into the armor up, but which is going to play a little bit of a factor in this one, where I try to use my, I try to get the unblockable by hitting into her block, and it does not trigger. So you can see there, because the armor up is on, I try to go for like, I think I end up throwing, I think maybe whiffing a special 2, like right into her block, and it doesn't do anything. Yeah, right here, hoping that it was going to trigger, and it did not. So only like one of the charges actually worked, but luckily we were able to block the counter, taking a little bit of block damage, but it's okay. A lot of baiting special ones and attacking back in, and we just brute force this one down at the end of the day. Again, good counter here. Yeah, pretty happy with this. Yeah, I just want to make sure I don't get clipped by the beginning of Omega Sentinel Special 1. It has happened in the past, and I don't want to risk it, so I'm just happy that I could get that quick, little dash back and hold block, and yeah, there we go. Nice fight for Hulkling. Next up, we go to Path 1 in Section 2. We got Anti-Venom on node 30. We're going to take this one with Apocalypse, the reinvigorated, unblockable, and never back down. I'm going to start with 2 bars of, like with a bar of power and a power back boost. I just have to be, and again, I didn't get my first parry, which I really need on this. I have to be careful here because the amount of, every time I hit him, he's getting a regen, 10 regens, he's going to go unblockable. So I am going to push him unblockable, but it's okay. He is unblockable there. I got to be careful. Back up. Try not to get hit. There we go. He throws that heavy attack. I'm just waiting out the unblockable at this point. Now it's done. I go for the special one. It's not going to put a poison on because he's poison immune, but it gives him the weakness. Now I parry heavy, refresh all my debuffs. Nice clean evade on the special 2. And then we're just going to rinse and repeat with some... with a special 1 there. Pushed him unblockable again, which is fine. We use the block break stun there to give ourselves an opening. Parry heavy, evade 1 more special 2, and goodbye Anti-Venom. Really clean fight. Finish with a full yellow bar with Apocalypse. Next up, we have Apocalypse on Killmonger on Buffet. And again, really, really nice clean fight with Apocalypse. Doing exactly what I want. Parry heavy, push him to 2 bars of power. Back off. Even if it triggers the regen, I don't care. My goal here is to grab that nice big special 2, put the concussion and the degen on, get a huge chunk of damage down. He's very nice to keep throwing his special 2s, and I just keep I get my special 1 off because I got the power back boost. We got all 4 debuffs on, so we can help deal with the regen. That's fine. Again, parry heavy. Push him to 2 bars of power. Back off. He's willing to throw it. And then we counter with a special. Perfect fight with Apocalypse, and down goes Killmonger. Couldn't be happier with that one. Went exactly as planned. Next up was Surfer on strike counter block penetration and never back down again. I figured no issues with using Apocalypse here. Originally I was thinking maybe Claire, but Apocalypse awesome against this node here. We did it last time with Thing, and Thing is a lot more annoying than Silver Surfer. So here we're going to get off a special 1 because I think our advanced power boost had disappeared, but we did not need it for this one. And then I can take advantage of the armor breaks for some extra willpower healing. So that's fine. We're going to go ahead, parry heavy, reapply those debuffs. I could go ahead and try and, I don't go for a special 2 because I want to make sure, because of strike counter, I don't want that block penetration to add up. So I'm just going to spam special 1s, and goodbye Silver Surfer. So another nice fight for Apocalypse. Now we get into the boss circle. I've done this Hulkling fight so many times with Wiccan, but it's the initial parry that doesn't happen. Right there. Doesn't happen. I go again and I get clipped. And this is like the 3rd time this war that's happened. So now I go in and I get my I get off a light ending combo, but I don't have time to refresh it. So I have to go light ending combo again. I go into special 1, and the falter timer I forget about right here. And I get the falter on me, and I go in, and I get clapped. Because the fight's pretty much over by now. And I get the falter again on me. Even I throw the special 2 to try and get out of the way. Like, he's getting a bunch of debuffs on him, and he's melting. But because of that initial getting clipped, I am all out of sorts on this one. And then I push him to a special 2, and he won't throw it. No, throw it. I hit into his block. He backs up. I hit his block again. Nothing. He's just standing there, waiting until I push him to a special 3. I'm either stuck in the corner or he throws a special 3. This is like the same stuff has happened. Parry is not working. Champ's not throwing specials. That is what has led to these 2 deaths. Very, very frustrating. We go back in. This time, parry, 5-hit combo into light. Perfect. Parry, 5-hit combo into medium. And this is how I would normally do the fight. And I've done it a whole bunch of times. It's on the channel. I do the same thing every time. And this time, nothing worked. So, very frustrating. And there he actually throws a special. Really, really nice. And that's the end of that fight. But we're going to finish strong. We got a Conflictor Infamous Iron Man. We're going to take this one with Hulkling. And I did wait for a White Magneto pre-fight, but I didn't really need it. I could basically have done this one stun immune the entire time. So I'm going to back off and just try and get him to turtle up, hit into his block, and use the unblockable to get my openings. So I'm going to hit him there again. I'm going to try and get to a special 2, and then try and get a hit into his block. And I think also in this one is another one of those ones where I try to back up. Oh, but I think it actually went pretty well, this one. I get him to back up. I don't think I push him to a special 2. I can evade it, no problem. Attack back in, and again, here, I'm trying to get him to turtle up, but every time I go in, I intercept him, and he doesn't turtle up. I keep getting hits in. Finally, I get it with the special 2. Really nice crits there. There, we're going to go ahead, evade the special 1 cleanly on that one, get off another special 2. Unfortunately, no crits on that one. I think I get tapped. No, that was a clean one. I think I do get tapped on one of them, though. But I had an invulnerability boost on anyways, just in case. There, that one I get hit a little bit. Not that it would be too much damage. Even if he does get some prowess, it wouldn't be too bad. Alright, I got special 3 now, because he had special locked me for a second. And he did get his regen. I didn't really have a good way to prevent it. I think I do get one parry off in the end, which is fine. Can't parry his first attack anyway, like it's a non-contact attack. You have to either reparry or get lucky doing like getting his light attack. like right there. So that parry worked because of the White Magneto pre-fight, so that's very helpful. Last but not least, we are going to get some revenge against this Vision Aarkus on node 54. This is the unblockable special 2 enhanced power gain. And I've got an invulnerability boost on, and I plan to push him to special 3 if I have to. So I have the White Magneto pre-fight there, so I can go parry into Light Ender. I can dash back, and I get the resistance up, which means I can block unblockable special 2s. I can block unblockable specials from Cosmic Champions. Then here, I'm intentionally going to push him to special 3, and he is going to be extremely nice and not throw his special. I'm going to block and force him into like not using it. I get a nice little parry there, get another special one, melting him down. I'm just going to hold block and see if he'll just come in at me. And he does, and goodbye. That's it. Nice, sweet revenge. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.